Hello and welcome to the Patches In podcast. My name is Dom. I'm here with Hugh.
Hello.
And I'm here with Hamish.
Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in.
So the reason I introduced you, Hugh, there first is because you had a mouthful of water.
No, it was so sore to swallow it that fast.
Title of your sex tape.
There it is. Someone's been watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine as well.
Yep.
How have we all been this week, guys?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, good.
The world's slightly opened for us, so
Slightly, which is...
Yeah, I had my first venture to the pub in a year and a half or something like that.
Yeah.
And it went horribly.
It went horrible? Damn.
Yeah, it was not good. Apart from the fact that I only got 10 minutes of sunshine and the rest of it was mostly rain. It was under an umbrella, but it was still freezing. I was going to the toilet to pee more purely to get a heat inside the pub.
Oh.
But it was one of these places where they've got an app that you can order drinks from.
Uh-huh.
And I showed my mate, who's an older guy, so he's not really tech savvy. I showed him this and he was amazed by it. He didn't leave his seat to get drinks. But then, I don't even know how he was doing it, but anytime that we were just having pints and then 6 shots at a time would show up with them, and he was just I was just scrolling through them. I was just looking to see what they had, and it was just all this random stuff: Sambuca, tequila, Jaeger, just everything. And then he was like, "Oh well, we might as well just take them," you know. So we ended up having in the space of the 2 hours I was there, I think I had about 9 pints and 12 shots or something like that. I was gone, man. I remember coming home and I tried to watch TV. I was watching The Chase or something like that, and I was like, why is Bradley Walsh got a co-host? A twin co-host? Wait, I'm seeing double, that's what it is.
fucking hell.
I was so far gone, man. But
So you didn't take the advice of everyone and take it slow. You just went, I'm going to hit this as hard as I can.
pretty much, yeah. I mean, if someone gives me advice, I usually go the other way, nah, I know better than them.
Pub drinks just hit differently, man. Definitely do. Because before the stream on Wednesday, Jason was like, "Here, mate, do you want to just go to the pub? I mean, we'll go for 1 pint. We'll just go for, we'll just go for 2 pints, man, maybe 3, maybe 3. And I was like, fuck it. He was like, well, that was easy, man. That pure convinced you, because we just got a pub across the road. And I put it in the family chat. Pint of Guinness, look at that. First pint in, I can't fucking remember how long. I think the last time was probably about a year or so. And then all the family on the family chat, it was just all the same pictures, people all drinking in beer garden. So that's good then.
Jason sent that video in my family chat, and my dad said something about you looking better than Jason's girlfriend.
Oh man, that fucking cracked me up.
That's an upgrade on that person, and Jason just went kind of mad.
A bit mad.
Hey, what's wrong with that, Dom? I think you're very pretty.
Oh, thank you very much. You got a pretty mouth.
Jason obviously doesn't think so.
No, he doesn't. Yeah. So to start things off, guys, I'm going to just do this quickly, because usually when we host, the host sort of pass it round and then they're the last one to go. But since I didn't have a crazy busy week, I didn't actually get a chance to play or do anything with work. So the only thing I did get to do was go out to the pub for a couple of drinks and do the streaming games of Undertale. So that's all really I focused on this week. It's been just crazy because of working in retail and everything's opened up. It's pretty rough. So I'll pass it over to you, Hamish, if you want to say what you've been doing, what you've been seeing, what you've been drinking. Obviously, seen double.
Oh, that was only one of the times I was drinking, Tom. There's plenty more times.
There is. There's 7 days in these weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, I did miss the last pod. You did the wee solo one, which was really good. So yeah, a few nights of drinking I've squeezed in there. Managed to. I know it's hard, but someone's got to do it, I was round at Sinead's, got absolutely steaming, and then the next day I was lying in bed and I was just watching her play Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is such a nice wee chilled out game. And obviously I know what Animal Crossing is. I've played one of them ages ago. Mm-hmm. But then it just kind of hit me while I was lying there dying. This would be the perfect just wee chill out in bed while I'm hungover game. So I actually got that and I've been playing that a wee bit. I think a lot of people like myself, they know what Animal Crossing is. They know what is involved in it. I'm enjoying it. The only thing that I find it annoying is the time gating. Like you're forced to wait for a day
Yeah.
for your house to be built and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, you can do the wee cheat of the
With the
changing the
clock
time on the
yeah.
Switch and stuff like that, but I'm trying to avoid that because don't want to. We've all seen, Endgame, and we've all seen all these. What was the one that you were talking about, Tom? Mortal Kombat on the pod. We've all seen what happens when you mess with the space-time continuum.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
never good,
It's never good. Bad
yeah.
times. Don't fuck with the timeline, Hugh. Never fuck with it.
I know. Did you manage to get far in it, Hamish? Did you do all the wee stuff you have to do to get your bells and stuff?
Well, I've got a museum and I've got like a few people coming,
Yeah.
and I'm waiting on the third upgrade of my house, so I've done all right. It's not a difficult game. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? That's the charm of it. It's just
Yeah, it's quite simple
chill out.
and just I say it's simple. I remember having so much problems trying to fish. I was like, how do you play this fishing game? Like, as soon as you're supposed to wait until they hit you the third time or they go for it. So when
yeah.
they
Once
fish,
they actually latch on, yeah.
yeah. So when they first tap it, I was like, oh, there I got it, and it was gone.
Yeah, the fishing can be quite annoying actually, but I could, like anything, it's just practice. The only other thing I've really been playing is Destroy All Humans, and the reason that I'm playing this is because, well, it was probably a week or so ago that I was playing it, and it's because I noticed on Game Pass, coming soon, Destroy All Humans, and I was like, not again, Game Pass, don't you fucking dare. Not another game that I've bought and not yet got around to playing. Little shitbag. So I thought, right, I need to play at least some of this before it goes on to fucking Game Pass, So I've only done the first few missions. Again, if anyone's played the previous ones, they'll know exactly what they're in store for. It's similar kind of stuff, same humour and that, but it's just a really well polished version of those old kind of games. It's a lot of fun. The humour in it's brilliant. I sometimes just go about scanning people's brains just to hear what they're thinking. Some of the stuff they come out with is totally ridiculous. But it's also really well put together, like the controls and, the movement and that. It feels like a well-made game, even though it is just a kind of silly, comedy game. But that's obviously if you've got Game Pass and that you'll now have access to it, and I'd recommend it if you've either a fan of the old ones or if you've never given it a shot, then try it out because it is a lot of fun.
I think I played that in the PS2 when it first came out.
Yeah.
And I really liked it. It has a hippie humour. Did you kill the hippies? Is that what you do? I kind of remember that.
I mean, like I say, I've only done a few missions, but the stuff like you get secondary objectives, and like in the first one, the farm, and it's like you kill the farmer, and then the farmer's wife goes to tell the cops, and to get the wee medal, you need to kill her with a chicken. So you use your telekinesis to grab a chicken and launch it at her, and it's just ridiculous shit like that. Just pure stupid things, but it's a good laugh. It's enjoyable,
So what else you planning on buying? So I know what's coming on Game Pass.
I'm not. I've got Animal Crossing now, mate, and like I say, that's my hangover drink, and I'm hungover quite a lot, so that should hopefully keep me going for a while.
Yeah, and that's not coming to Game Pass anytime soon, so he's all right.
No.
That whole Xbox Nintendo agreement, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
That would. Yeah. Could you imagine, Hamish, that they just go now on Game Pass Animal Crossing? I think you would just be like, you just eat yourself out the window.
I'd never buy another game ever again. Or I'd buy them from Amazon and then cancel them before they actually arrive to me. So I would buy it and then it'd be like, oh, this is coming on Game Pass, and I go, cancel order. It's coming. It's fine.
It's fine.
So that's all I've been playing. I've watched when I was around at Sinead, she'd never seen. I don't know if you guys have seen it, Fifth Element.
Yeah, I've seen Fifth Element. That's a great film.
And obviously she hadn't seen the first 4 elements, but caught her up to speed on that, so we're able to just watch the Fifth Element. What a weird film, by the way.
Oh yeah,
it's obviously like a cult classic, but it's just so weird especially now when you look back at it. If you made it now, I think you would have made some different choices, but it's definitely one that you should see at some point, not just for Mila Jovovich and that white bandage thing.
Is it one of those movies as well that the hero and the villain actually never meet each other face to face as well? They just always cross paths. They never meet each other.
Yeah, and he also dies fairly, not quickly, but you don't really see much of him, Gary Oldman, at all.
No.
And like you say, there is no kind of climactic moment where he meets Bruce Willis or anything like that, which is a bit weird.
Yeah.
Is Bilbo Baggins not in that film?
No, it's Lee Evans.
Yeah, Ian Holm, yeah.
Was Ian Holm in it?
Yeah, he's like the wee priest guy.
Oh,
No,
so
he's the priest that helps that Lilu, Mila Jovovich, it's like needs to get to him because he knows how to basically do everything.
so he is. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Lee Evans running about. I thought you meant
Lee Evans,
Bilbo.
isn't it? Yeah, that was so. I was like, we watched this the morning after, so I was like, I must still be a bit drunk. It looks like Lee Evans, that guy. And I was like, oh wait, yeah, he did actually do some acting, didn't he? Like, there's something about Mary and that kind of thing.
Yeah, because he always playing.
Chris Tucker's in that as well, isn't he? So,
Yeah, he's funny. It's quite weird because he's like, I don't think it was, obviously social media wasn't as big a thing back then, but he's all about like his fans and his followers, and he does these like live streams and stuff like that, and he was quite ahead of its time really in that regard because it's spot on how you would expect these people to act, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not like the tight leotards and the hair that's like 3 feet high, but just how like fake everything is when the cameras are on and over the top and all that. But yeah, it was quite interesting to see that. Yeah.
Should I make a star out of Bruce Willis who was just having none of it? Just pissing them off more.
Also, like you guys have been talking about recently, I watched the first episode of Invincible, just there.
Oh, I'm going to spoil the shit out of that for you, mate.
You better not, because I meant, I really liked that first episode. That was really good.
I think it's one of the strongest starting Amazon exclusives ever. Like right away, you've like, it's not the nicest looking, if you know, the nicest animated, but story wise, voice acting wise, it's excellent. Music choice. See when you get later into the episodes, I know Hugh, you finished it, but you see, remember I was talking about how the music sort of goes well with the episode. It does. Just fuck it. I was like, wow, I've discovered a lot of new stuff or bands from it, but yeah, it's got a good style, I think.
Yeah, see, you're saying that it doesn't look very good, and fair enough, maybe the actual art itself doesn't, but there was some really nice bits. Like, again, I've only just watched the first episode, but when Invincible's flying through the city, and he's like flying next to must just be like some kind of building with glass windows. I like the kind of skyline, the city skyline. That looked really nice, the different kind of style overlaid on top of it. But
yeah,
I think it looked quite smart.
I'm not saying it's like terrible for it. It's like rotten. It's just like doesn't look. They probably spent the budget on the voice acting, if I'm going to be honest, rather than for that.
No, it's got its high points, but like a lot of it is really simple animation, but with really good direction. Like right in the middle of my sentence.
Nice, Hamish. Nice.
I was getting bored, mate. I was dropping off there.
A lot of the animation is only a couple of frames, but the way the shot is set, it makes it more interesting, if you know what I mean. Like all the battle scenes are only like they aren't like super expensive, but then the angles they take in them are just amazing. Like I don't know, Hamish, I'm not going to ruin all the battles for you because they are awesome. I just watched the finale today and it like lived up to it, man. Like that finale.
Yeah.
Is there going to be more of it?
Season 2 and 3 were announced.
Yeah, season 2 and 3 were announced today, just to say that that's confirmed, which is good, which is great because like it's a long running comic series as well, isn't it? I'm sure it has been.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Finished in 2018.
Yeah.
I mean, I legally bought it online and, I just fucking downloaded it, right? I went to buy it on Amazon and it was out of stock. Like, obviously, with everybody, like, seeing it, I was like...
getting in it now, yeah.
Yeah,
so I was like, fuck it. I got a torrent with every single high-quality scan. I will probably buy it in the future, but...
Yeah.
Who am I kidding? But, like...
This was just try before you buy, was it?
I know it finished in 2018, so like you've got some like 16 years of storyline, and I don't know if I want to like read ahead though, and I'm like, I don't want to ruin all the twists and turns for myself, but
yeah,
So have you read any of the comic yet?
I read the first couple of issues. There's a
Is it fairly close? Yeah, right.
There's a couple of gender swaps, a couple of slight differences in the story. Nothing major though. Like all the beats are the same.
Yeah.
So. That's the thing. Do you wait in season 2 and 3 and see all the nice, cool shit that's coming, or do you read ahead and ruin it for yourself? Like,
well, you might not even ruin it for yourself. You never know. It just depends what way they decide to take it, I suppose. But
yeah, the temptation will always be there.
When is season 2 coming? Do we know?
Probably ages away.
It's only just finished, isn't it?
I would probably say it'd been the same. Like they would say that it's just been greenlit for season 2 and 3, but I think it'll be like The Boys. It'll come out like in the next 2 years. It'll be like every 2. Was it 2 years for The Boys? Was that just a year?
I think it was just a year. Yeah, pretty close. Yeah,
but animation's a lot different, so it'll take a wee bit longer.
Robert Kirkman said that Amazon's also got the live action rights to Invincible, and I saw this on Twitter, so it's not my idea. But was it about John Hamm as Omni-Man?
See the very first cop, like the two cops we're talking about, they weren't cops, but the security guys. I thought one of them was John Hamm, the guy that was talking about his son. It sounded dead like John Hamm. But John Hamm in live action as Omni-Man. Yeah, I could see it, yeah.
So who do you think we win, Hamish, out of your wee lover boy?
Lover boy.
The milk fan. Homelander. Homelander versus Omni-Man, who wins?
It's obviously Homelander.
How do you know?
I can just tell.
I watched, this is slightly off Invincible, but I watched a video about the boys, like someone breaking down the Homelander character, and is like, he's never actually had to try ever in his whole life. So everything's super easy for him. So they have no idea how strong he is.
Well, they said that he's been able to brush off every single weapon on Earth. So that means that they've probably tried missiles and,
I don't think they've tried nukes or anything like that, but like unlike Superman and Omni-Man and stuff like that, who have got people on their level.
Yeah, but what I mean is, like, if it is the case that they've tried all of these things and he is as durable, like we saw at the end of the episode 1, Omni-Man, when he was fighting like the Justice League type people, he was pretty fucked up after it, you know what I mean? So I don't think he's got the same durability. I don't know. But I've not seen enough of Invincible to comment.
What I'm saying is Omni-Man is the better bad Superman.
Better bad
I don't even know why he's bad yet. Like, I don't even know anything else about it. So
yeah. So
that's it. You'll enjoy the next episode, though.
Yeah, man, you'll enjoy the rest of it. Honestly, like, it's a lot of fun. Is that you finished with your weekend, Hamish?
Yeah, mate. That's all the things that I've kind of seen and done. The rest of it's just been working and stuff like that. I've starting a couple of different training courses in work soon and stuff like that. So really just getting prepared for that. But that's boring work stuff. So
yeah, why
don't we go to Hugh instead?
Yeah, Hugh, what have you been up to, mate?
All right, so that Invincible finale, Dom. For me, I watched you stream, mate. That's about as much gaming as I get done this week, apart from a few games of FIFA.
That's a lie. He just sits there with it on his phone and he just puts in a wee spark every now and again just to make us think he's there.
No, I did not. Dom, I was watching you that whole night. I was giving you shit and everything.
He was giving us shit.
Because you cannot beat that guy. He's so bad at it, man.
Oh, no. Like, so doing that mode of genocide when you're fighting against Undying the Undying, it's tough. It is tough, Hugh.
It is tough, but then, like, it doesn't help when I'm in the chat going, just do it better, Dom.
But then I just remind people what happened to Ratchet and Clank, a children's game. What happened with you, Hugh, for 45 minutes?
That doesn't matter, though. That doesn't matter. That was the past, Dom.
45 minutes.
I'm fine with it. Mate, do you know the longest part of Ratchet and Clank for me was the stupid little light puzzles?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So I'm like, right, that goes there, and that goes there, and then, oh, fucking hell, not that one, can't he do it? You got to. But I unlocked all of them. I got the trophy for it, so
nice.
Thank fuck for that. But watching Invincible, I can't talk about it because I don't want to spoil it for Hamish. And I watched Dexter again, getting to the end of that season, and just try to catch up on shows. I started rewatching Ray Donovan as well. Like, have any of you seen Ray Donovan?
Yeah, I saw like the first 4 seasons or something like that.
I thought you were going to say episodes. I've seen like most of the show.
I've seen a clip. I've seen 4 clips.
Seen the YouTube trailer.
I might have mentioned it last week. Been catching up on that. Like, just generally try to, like. There's nothing.
You went on the podcast last week, Hugh.
Well, the week before. I know you.
I know. I never said I was on it though.
Do you know how I know Hamish wasn't watching the stream? Because when I was bad mouthing him in the chat, he didn't reply.
This was when I was getting absolutely smashed at the pub, mate. Like,
see if you listen to it,
I wouldn't have been able to type.
Hugh, I know you don't listen to the podcast at all, but see when you're on the podcast, you need to listen to the conversations that's going on.
I know, but he was slagging me saying that I wasn't listening.
That's true.
What? This is all against me, Hamish. You're saying I wasn't.
Fuck you guys. Yeah, but it's true. Like Hamish, Hugh was pure slagging you rotten. And there was like no comeback from
I'm used to that. I'm used to it.
I think my favourite thing is when everyone says, "Where is Hamish?" I just go, "The gutter."
Mate, you know, like I was redecorating like a wee while ago, I think I said on the thing, and I found our old like high school yearbook, and I looked through and you've got like, you know, your quotes and stuff like that, and then it was, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And I wrote myself in the gutter. Oh, man.
Oh, you're living the dream, mate. You're living the dream.
That's it. Yeah, at least I'm doing what I planned.
Don't say your size too high.
plan.
Disappointed.
You put that bar sound so low. If you get under that bar, then
I was thinking about buying Returnal Dome. Is it Returnal?
Yeah.
It is Returnal, isn't it? What a dumb name that
What
is.
a fucking stupid name.
I heard it's good, but it's very Dark Soulsy.
Yeah.
So that kind of put me off because I was like, I don't want my self-esteem to go down anymore after getting beat by Ratchet and Clank.
I was going to say, I mean, think of how many times you died in Ratchet and Clank. You've got no chance in a game like that.
Ratchet and Clank had these weird difficulty spikes where it's like so fucking easy where I didn't have to pay attention, and then it was like, haha, motherfucker, you're dead. No. But other than that, I haven't actually tried to do anything else. I've been very lazy.
You've been very lazy, yeah.
Shocker.
I mean, I know what you mean, man. Like, see when you just like when work gets to you and you try to do 2 days of streaming and you edit a podcast and you try to do all these things, it can be really tough, right?
Hugh would have no idea.
Well, my life is a rich tapestry of things.
Tapestry? Don't bring that language into this podcast, sir.
Rich tapestry? Well, you're all getting drunk and editing podcasts that I'm not in. I'm out there fucking...
Out well, you're in the house.
He's not. He's out of this room in the living room on the couch.
A metaphor, Dom. I'm out there, fucking the high life, mate. Try to keep myself going. You'll never understand the pressure I'm under.
I don't understand, mate. Sorry, I do apologise for that. I'll never bring it up again, but I will bring it up next week.
If you want to understand the pressure I'm under, let Jason lie on you.
Oh, no. not again, man. I've done my time in Japan with him.
I was going to say, I think the chair that you're sitting on is the one feeling the pressure, Hugh. But
hey, why do you think I bought this XL chair? This chair's rated to 350 kilos, so I've still got time.
Got extra room,
I've got stuff to play with here.
So speaking of other things, Hugh, we decided to put up a poll on the Instagram.
Yes, we did.
So there's
I didn't. Someone else did.
So there was a little bit of controversy. It was me that put up the poll, and I was like, do you know what? Like, I had the rules in my head, and I was going to put them down, and I was like, no, the boys will understand. The boys will understand not to do something silly as vote for themselves, get other family members to vote other people.
Hey!
I did no such thing.
I want to make this clear. Several of my family members didn't vote for me.
Several.
But they also voted no to you cunts as well. Then I tricked Sinead because she voted yes on me, but she didn't vote on either of yours because she was like, that's mean, I don't want to do that because, she's nice.
She's a nice one.
And then I was like, look, they won't see it. There's no way to tell who voted which way. And then she's like, oh, okay. And then she pressed no and no. And I was like, they can tell. There's a wee list. And it says Sinead voted no.
Do you know what? I was wondering, I was like, why would Sinead? That's Hugh's taking her phone. She's like, you don't deserve her. That's what I was saying right now.
I tricked her, mate. I tricked her in it, and she was like, no, that's so mean.
So, as admission right there, Hugh's been automatically disqualified because he's admitted that he was committing fraud.
Wait a minute. If you even took Sinead's away, I was by far the winner.
Not really at all.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. No, really, more like 45%. Below average.
Yous were like fucking... What was you, 77 and 80% no's?
That's because you cheated, Hugh. You rigged it, mate.
Hey, I never told everyone to vote no on you, Hamish.
I don't even care who won. All I care about is I've got, like, the listeners won't be able to see this, but I've got screenshots of all the people that answered, and that's my list of people that are dead to me now. So,
Hamish, why am I on the list?
Oh, you've been there for ages, mate.
Oh.
It was so funny with that whole thing.
Yeah,
it was the fact that even without my meddling, I think I was still going to win.
Mm-hmm. But you still meddled.
I still meddled. You never made any fucking rules, though. You just need to like set the boundaries because I push boundaries. You know what I mean? Like.
So we just say though that it was, where it came from. It was because you two were arguing about yourselves, who was like the good one, who was the bad one. I wasn't even in this. I got dragged into it and then voted no more than anybody else. I didn't have a fucking horse in the race, and then everyone just fucking went, no. Well, fuck all of you. If anyone's listening to voted no for me, you're dead to me. Fuck you.
I put up the thing after it saying maybe controversy about who won, but Hamish lost, and I went, "Is that too mean? Is that too mean?" Nah, he'll see the funny side of that. I bet you didn't see the funny side.
Luckily, that was when I was around at Sinead, so I was getting drunk and just numbing the pain.
Yeah, I'll never financially recover from this.
It weirdly got a lot of votes though. Like there was a lot of people voting that I'd never seen before.
There was people voting no on me that didn't even vote on yours at all. Like,
yeah, it made no sense.
And mine was in the middle, so they had to go past yours to find mine and vote no.
Fucking hell.
I've clearly made a lot of enemies that I don't even know about.
They're like, indifferent to me, fucking no on Hamish, indifferent to Dom.
A lot of fun.
Anyway, we've saved those results, and any arguments in the future, I'm just going to pull that card.
But well, thank you for everyone voting, because that was just a lot of fun, because we had a lot of fun on the WhatsApp chat.
Thank you to anyone voting. The other people I think is Tam, because Tam was the only one that voted yes for me. Well, Sinead, Tam, and me were the only ones that voted yes on me.
Hamish, why did you admit you voted for yourself?
Because someone had to.
It was so funny. There was no like attempt to downvote used to. I just wanted to like upvote myself, and then all of a sudden there was just this groundswell of hatred for you, for the both of you.
I could have. I was with like 3 other people, and I could have messaged loads of people, but I decided to take a high ground, and I paid for it dearly.
Can you imagine if we actually started to try like campaigns for people to vote on this? It's like texting my dad, like, get an Instagram account, right?
Aye.
Like, create an Instagram, add my podcast, vote for me.
What do you mean? What's a podcast?
I know. See, when my dad like knows I do a podcast, but I don't think he understands what it is. So like, Jason will be like, "Oh, you got podcast stuff tonight?" And I'll be like, "Oh yeah, it's like Friday or whatever." And my dad will just kind of look at him, look at me, and kind of go, "Oh," and then like walk away. And like, I think that's him going, "I don't know what that is, but I don't actually care either."
Yeah, I don't care enough to figure it out or find out what it is.
Probably something dumb.
Probably something.
And he's
dumb.
right. He's right. No, he's right.
He is a bit right. He's a little right. You know, he's actually a lot right.
So just to clarify, I was.
Let's just move on, okay?
No. Like let me just clarify everything there. The real champion was me, because Hugh and Hamish were both disqualified for voting for themselves. Yeah, so you're not really able to do that, because you can't vote for yourself in a presidential or election. So
yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
Who told you that?
Everyone can vote. Tom,
No,
you can vote for yourself.
No, you can't.
I'm pretty sure you can, though.
No. So see, because like the rules that I made up is like, well, as long as the boys don't try,
Yeah, you made these up in your head. You never told us these rules.
No, that's because they're secret rules.
Knowing that we would vote for ourselves and find some way to sabotage each other.
But see, the thing is, I put my ego aside, but you guys, your egos were just so out of whack. So I was like, do you know what? I win, just so you two wouldn't be angry. So now you got something to focus all your hate on too.
Tom, did you not get 70% no's?
Yeah.
No, he is 70% no's.
That was a nose joke. That was good, Hamish.
Listeners don't know this, but Dom's got a giant nose.
Yeah.
And I have a little baby nose.
Baby nose Hugh. Look at him.
Who knows?
Hamish,
what else happened on the Instagram? I know. I'm Hamish. You had a story, because I think I read this. Like, I read what had happened. Like, it may have been you. It may have been Dom.
Yeah, you said you had a wee story to tell for the podcast, Hamish, that something happened on Instagram.
This is so ridiculous. Oh my god!
Right, I think I know what it is. I read that conversation.
Yeah.
And then I got to the end and I couldn't stop laughing.
Okay. Please tell, because like I couldn't see it afterwards. I was like, well, all right, okay.
So it was right after the last podcast that the 3 of us did together, right?
Uh-huh.
And as you probably remember, I'd sparked quite a few cans. I was feeling pretty steaming, right? But I decided I'll go on our Instagram just to network, see what's happening.
Network while drunk. Okay, got it.
Yeah, always a good idea, you know.
Man.
So I noticed this post from this guy that we must follow. I'm not sure when we follow them or whatever, but it sounded a wee bit kind of, I don't know, it sounded like he was a wee bit upset. So me being drunk and trying to do the right thing, I reached out to him. I thought he's one of our, followers. He's following us. We're following him. I'll be nice. And sent him a wee message, and I was like, "Oh, hey man, everything okay? I saw your post and just a wee bit worried about you."
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, oh my god, I can't believe that I listen to you guys all the time. I can't believe you've reached out to me. And I was like, oh, that's awesome, man. I'm really glad to hear that. But so is everything okay? And he started telling me about, school isn't going that well. He's getting bullied and things like that. And he said, I don't have any friends. And I said, oh, let me just stop you there, mate. That's not true. We're your friends, all right? We at the podcast are your friends. And he was like, that's so nice, man. Honestly, this means so much to me. I'm such a big fan. And again, I was asking him about his posts and things like that because they were a wee bit, a wee bit cause for concern.
Mm-hmm.
And this went on for, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes or something like that. Just chatting, talking to the guy, seeing if he was doing okay. And then he's on Twitch at the time, right, while we're having this conversation. And then he said, I can't remember the name he said, but he's like, oh, just so I know who I'm talking to, is this Patrick? And I was like, no, this is Hamish, man. Have you got the right podcast? And he was like, wait, let me check. No, I don't. No, sorry. So this guy had been, he thinking that his favorite podcast had reached out to him, talking to him, and all the while it was some idiots he'd never heard of.
Man, he built you up. He built you up, and he knocked you flat on your ass.
Yeah,
I was reading this conversation afterwards, right?
Uh-huh.
So I got all the notifications. I was like, "What the fuck's this?" And I was reading it, and it was hilarious because I was like, "Oh, that's a really nice thing." I think I knew it was you, Hamish, because it did sound drunk, and I was like, "That sounds like Hamish. That's nice. That's nice that he's doing nice things." And then I saw where he was like Patrick, and I started laughing. And I was like, "No way is he think we're someone completely different?" And then you're just kind of like, nah, man, that's not us. I don't know why you were embarrassed. He was the one that fucked up.
Oh, it was just funny. It was just one of those what are the chances of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, I think he actually went on and he started following us on Twitch, and when we put up that wee Instagram story the other day about Superhero Day, he messaged on that. So I don't know, maybe I've made a fan.
That's good. I shout out to him if he is listening. So thank you for that conversation. You're part of a wee story there from Hamish.
You mean Patrick?
Oh, Patrick. Yeah, Patrick. Sorry. So, guys, we'll jump straight into the news. So, Hugh, you've got the PlayStation.
Sorry, guys. Where's the sound?
Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting to do that. Beep, 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 beep.
Beep, 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 beep.
Ah, there it is. Hugh's just angry. Hugh's just angry at traffic. Beep, beep, beep.
That's the news coming in.
Yeah. Hugh, did you download Resident Evil Village at all? Like to play any of the demos?
I think you downloaded it because it was on my fucking PlayStation.
So
I was like, I wouldn't have downloaded that scary game. Delete.
So this week is the hour teaser that they're doing. So that's for both parts of the demos that they were released in the last couple of weeks. But for an official launch for it in Japan, Capcom released a puppet video of all the characters from it, and it was all done in a friendly wee kids kind of way. Like, hey, it's puppets, but it was all in Japanese, so I don't understand what the hell is going on. Then it turns all dark and sadistic. So you're like, okay, what the fuck? But we think it's just to launch the demo, and then as of next week, I think it's the 8th of May, I think it's out, or the 18th.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, Village will be out. So, yeah, it's very freaky, very bizarre, and a lot of people are hoping it gets translated so they can understand what the fuck is going on in it.
It's Capcom being Capcom, man.
That's weird.
I think the weirdest thing about this Resident Evil 8 is all the weird rules come with the demo.
Well, they did that before.
They had a one-shot demo, did they not? Was that not them?
Yeah, Resident Evil 2. They did that.
Yeah.
It was
I'm not a massive Resident Evil fan. I will play it because I got drunk and bought them all, so I have to play them.
Yeah.
So I will play them eventually, but we'll do that as a scary Halloween thing obviously I need someone with me while I'm streaming it. I can't be playing that by myself.
What about that person behind you, Hugh? Are they not with you?
I can see behind me here.
What about that bear in front of you?
We don't talk about bears.
Bear watch.
What was that playing? I can't remember. I remember watching something. There was a bear in it, and Sinead was, oh no, it was a meme about bears falling out of trees after they get tranquilized.
No.
Drop bears.
And Sinead was like, oh, don't they look so cute? And I was like, no. Stop saying these vicious monsters are cute.
It's not like they just randomly fall out of trees, Hugh. You don't need to like look up when you next time you go for a walk.
It's terrifying. Talking about Scotland being the first rewilding country, so like bears, wolves, like other predators, literally releasing them into the wild.
Hugh.
That's all you need here. Fucking go a walk up the hill and there's a fucking wolf or bear.
A bear.
I'm
wolf?
not having it. I'm not having it.
You're going to put a stop to this, are you?
I fucking will, Hamish.
Yeah. Hugh will take so many. Hugh, you'll take so many steroids that you'll become an apex predator, and you just take them all out.
Fucking, like, I'll write so many angry tweets.
That'll get them out.
Like, that solved world problems before. Angry tweets.
Yeah.
That stopped the European Super League for football. They can do anything.
It was so funny seeing that development on your stream when that was happening.
Oh, like
whenever it was falling apart, you're like, "Whoa, what's going on?" Oh shit!
Like,
Ratchet
obviously,
Clank.
I support Man United. No one cares, but they were one of the clubs doing it. And then, like, I was streaming, and my mate came on from work, and he was like, "Oh, this has happened. This has happened." And I'm like, "What? What?" like, I wanted to check Twitter, but I couldn't because I was trying to beat all these bad guys and failing at it.
Hey, you did okay.
You're very bright there.
Yeah, my light and camera's going a bit mental. It's trying to make me look good and struggling really hard.
It's like bright. No, too much.
Oh, God.
Darken them up.
I genuinely think it might be the size of my forehead. Like it puts the brightness up, and then it's like that's way too bright, like because it's shining back. Like I honestly think it might be that.
But yeah, other news that we've got as well. Hugh, you'll be a huge fan of this news because it's about Cyberpunk. Hamish, I know you fell out of it. So
what was it called?
It was Cyberpunk.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it, of course.
It's like that ex-girlfriend that he'll never, ever mention ever again.
That the board members from CG Projekt are all getting big-ass bonuses despite all the shit that happened. Obviously, a lot of people are, wondering what the fuck's going on. How did that happen? They're looking about 28 million in bonuses for five people. 5 people getting that.
I mean, it depends what their kind of conditions for the bonuses were. If it was a sales target that they had to meet, then they would have smashed that because so many people bought Cyberpunk. Like, I'm not saying that, that makes it all right for them to get it, but that might have been what the criteria was. So, I don't know.
Yeah, when people write their own bonus criteria, it usually tends to be kind of easy.
Yeah. Coming to work.
One game.
Coming to work on time most days.
Or have a really good reason.
Yeah. It's just shows you what like capital is like sometimes, and it's why isn't this money going to fix the game? Why is it not like But then again, like board members are there just to make money. They're not there for games. They're there to make money. End of the game.
Yeah,
I know
the game's been patched up to be something better than it was, but nothing what they said it was going to be like. And the PS5 and Xbox Series X versions, they don't have a release date yet either. So who knows what's going on with it, man?
Yeah.
All I know is I can't get rid of the fucking icon off my PS5 start screen. Like every time I go to it, it's like you can't re-download this because I deleted it, and you can't buy it. You also can't delete it. I'm like, oh, fucking hell.
Do you know what it's like, Hugh? Do you know what it's like? Is you have a really good picture of yourself. Like, you're like, oh man, I look fucking great in that picture, and you're standing beside a horrible X, and you can't quite crop them out. You can still see,
cut them.
Yeah, you can just still see them at the corner of your eye. You're like, hey, there.
But I didn't even dislike the game that much when I played it. I just thought it was very fucking average.
It's a bit messy. I mean, what AAA game isn't messy nowadays? See? Exactly.
Tsushima.
The other news as well.
I said it, Hamish.
He said it. Stop. Do you know what? I think the last week's podcast where you went on was the first time that hadn't been mentioned in forever.
Yeah, probably.
I was so tempted to mention it and just say sorry, Hamish. Other news as well, which was a surprising update, that Super Mario Party got an update to the game to make it online.
Fucking hell.
Like, I was like, wow, what, the game's about a year and a bit old now. So it's like they just rolled out an online update from Super Mario Party. So
you can play with other people online, you mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what, like, other games have been doing for the past, like, 12 or 13 years?
Yeah.
What they've been doing with fucking Mario Kart, you know, and Smash Brothers and all the games they've been releasing.
Nintendo
maybe
probably
they-
didn't even have this in development. They just kind of went this one day, fuck, do you want to turn on online? Aye, we'll turn on online today.
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe it would have been like they wanted to, they wanted people to be actually together playing it to promote that, but then obviously with like the lockdown and everything, they thought, oh shit, actually maybe we should put some infrastructure in place to put this online since people can't
Yeah.
meet up, but they've just taken too long to do it.
Yeah, far
I
too
don't
long.
know.
I think that sentence has been said about Nintendo for the past 12 years. Since online came about, it's like, maybe we should invest in some infrastructure to get this stable online. It's like Nintendo's like, no. Like, wasn't there PCs or the servers for one of the big games? Was it Mario Kart? It was like Windows 98.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
Like,
we were
that's
talking
how
about
far
it.
back it went.
It was fucking...
Nintendo are great, but Microsoft and Sony blow them out of the water when it comes to like modernness of their systems.
Yeah. Like, blow them way out of the water. Just like...
Yeah, Microsoft have obviously got Microsoft's whole fucking technology sector to work with. I know that's difficult to catch up with, but surely Nintendo can pay someone to fix it.
Yeah, or at least, have someone, even guys from like Sega to come over and just show them a little bit of thing. Like, how they, maybe not do great online, but at least better online than they fucking got,
Do you think when the Sega guys come in, they act all like tough and stuff like that and start like throwing stuff off desks and stuff like, oh, so this is the big Nintendo, eh?
Yeah.
Fucking dick.
Goes like that, and they go in to go for high fives, and they go, too slow. And you're like, oh,
They all hit it with like a hot Sonic the Hedgehog fucking
paddle.
saying. Did anyone else hear me going to say Honic the
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Radical?
Radical, dude. So they had, PlayStation had their state of play as well. They showed off some of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Yeah,
it was
Rivet.
about 15 minutes of it, and again, Hugh, you were saying you didn't want to get spoiled with it, so you didn't watch
Nah.
too much of it. I watched a good bit of it, and it was like, yeah, maybe you kind of seen what the power of the PlayStation 5 is going to do. We kind of all got an idea what it was going to do with the instant load times. Looks beautiful, but looks really, really good.
Yeah,
So a lot of
even when you were playing the old Ratchet and Clank on the PS5 here, it looked pretty amazing. So it's obviously there's going to be improvements. So it's going to look good.
Yeah, I didn't realize that game came out in 2016.
Yeah, like
Like, that was a while ago.
yeah, that was a long time
So
ago.
it got a small upgrade, the old one, so that's why it looked a bit better. But this new one, supposedly, everything's ray traced as well. Like, you can, I don't know if you can even turn it on or off, but like the people were like zooming in on his like eyes and stuff and saying, look at the reflections in his eyes, they're all ray traced and stuff like that. It's like,
Why would you want to look at his eyes? Who cares? You play a
and
fucking game.
Nerds on Twitter have got to zoom in on things, haven't they?
Aye.
Break stuff
Enhance.
down.
Enhance 10%.
But anyway, it looked really fucking nice, and the new character seems cool.
Yeah.
Like, and the whole like jumping between worlds through portals is badass because like if there's no loading times there, then it'll be like seamlessly jumping from open world to open world to open world,
Yeah.
which would be cool.
And
Yeah.
also using the haptic feedbacks as well. They've made a very big case to say that it's depending on what weapon the triggers will react differently.
Ah, that's cool.
So there's like great examples what they can do with that. I think they even said that there'll be maybe a weapon that, depending on how you hold on to the trigger, it will like do a different sort of attack. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll give that a go.
Is that one that you're going to pick up, Hugh, and stream, do you think?
Yeah, I really like playing Ratchet and Clank. I tried to go back and get some trophies to try and platinum it, and I was like,
Is it the fucking
I've
board game?
already just completed this.
Is it the fucking board game bit? Like, I remember
There's
trying
a
to get...
challenge mode.
Yeah. That was a fucking nightmare to get on a... I think it's a gold trophy you get for that. It's a fucking pain in the arse.
It's all just time consuming stuff now, and I'm trying to get out of just playing games for the sake of playing games. Like, I want to actually play games that I enjoy instead of playing games as a checklist. I have got to complete this game and do all of these things before I can move on, because it stresses me the fuck out, because I'm like, oh no, you can't open that new game because you've got to play that game you bought a year ago.
Yeah. Again, like, I think that's why it's nice to come back to like older games that you have played that you know quite well. Again, for example, that's why I liked Breath of the Wild. Undertale's been a lot of fun to play that at the moment. And if you can even do something a wee bit different, again, Undertale being an example of that you can play it, but at the same time you're not going to be like frustrated or like, I need to get this bit done because fuck, like I need that trophy, I need that achievement.
How far are you in it, Dom? Did you complete genocide mode?
Why don't you join the stream on Monday and maybe find out?
I will join the stream, and I will support you.
Mate, I'm going to tell you this, like, if I'm struggling with her, I am fucked for the final boss. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I get it. It's like when you're lifting something heavy and you're like, I know the next thing I've got to lift is heavier than this. I'm never going to be able to do it. Like, and you're just like, I'm just going to give up. I'm just going to give up before I get to that bit.
You never know, man. And, like, you might go back to it and then get it first time. Like, did you ever get that when you were wee and you used to play a game and you'd get stuck on a boss and you'd stay up till like 2 a.m. just trying to play it, and then you're like, fuck right, I need to go to bed, I've got school tomorrow or whatever, or work if we were that age. And then the next time you play it, you just do it first time, no problems. Like, did you ever get that?
I can remember that happening with, I think it was Mario Sunshine. Like, see one of the levels where they took your jetpack away. I think it was like
oh my god.
I think it was the pachinko level, trying to get to that last red coin in the middle, and I was like, fuck, I can remember rage quitting about 2-3 o'clock in the morning. But no, he was right. Like, the next day, 12 o'clock after sleeping for about 12 hours. Well, till 3 o'clock, I should say. That's 12 hours. That's me. I'm very good at maths, guys. Don't worry. Yeah, and then did it first time, going, how the fuck? Why was I pure fucking stressing out about that? But you don't, you're just tired, or
mental fatigue from playing for ages.
Yeah, or if you're drinking. I think that's the reason why I was suffering from undying and like that. My coordination's not really working after drinking with Jason.
It didn't seem that hard, though. It seemed very easy, to be honest.
Oh, do you know, Hugh? If once you play Undertale and finish it, then you can talk. You talk with the big boys.
Yeah, I mean, you could just play anything here on Tuesday and Thursday.
Yeah, which isn't one of these things where you haven't done it and then you.
I wasn't scheduled to do it.
It's not a schedule. I want to play games for fun.
Oh. You can play games for fun, Hugh. Only when we say and how we say and what games we say.
I've already got a job. I don't want to turn my only hobby into a job.
That's funny. Just a few trailers came out. Netflix were showing off Lucifer Season 5 Part 2.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. It looks like it's going to be quite epic, which makes sense because I'm assuming this is going to be the final. This is the final season, isn't it? Because it was going to be the final season, and then they decided, no, there's going to be another season, but surely this is going to be the actual end of it.
No, I don't think so. I think there's a season 6 coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think there's a season 6. I will confirm that with you, but continue.
Well, are they going to do like a 6A and 6B, or are they just going to do like a epilogue?
I remember that they talked about, oh no, was it this season was meant to be the final, and then...
Yeah.
Right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, there is going to be a season 6, which I think they were going to make this season the final one, and then they had a finale in mind, and then like they were told, oh no, you can have another one if you want, and then they were like, right, shit, that's not the finale then, we'll need to move it to season 6.
See, the trailer does, well, it showed a pretty interesting way of wrapping things up, you know what I mean? That's not a spoiler, I suppose, but if Lucifer does actually become God, then where the fuck do you go from there, you know what I mean? So that's maybe it's showing that he's not going to get that. I don't know.
That's a show that's escalated wildly, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the JRPG of fucking Netflix shows. Yeah. Like start off in a village fishing, and then you rise up and kill God.
Yeah.
And then Lucifer's like solving problems in LA, like for actresses and shit like that, and then becomes God.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Step up. But I think it looks good. I'm a big fan of the show, so interesting. Not too far away, is it? It's middle of May.
28th of May. The
28th anyway.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's not too far away at all.
Nah,
good.
Just another month. They've also said that it's also that was picked up again by Netflix, wasn't it? It was just like sort of brought back to life by them.
Yeah.
Yeah. They took on season 4, 5, and 6, or maybe it was just 5 and 6.
Yeah, because Amazon,
I think,
wasn't it?
I think
Amazon?
four was the one with Eve, was it not?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that was the Netflix one. Yeah.
Cool. Next part as well, there was a little teaser trailer released of Dexter. Or
Yeah.
Dexter, should I say.
His wee cheeky smile.
Yeah. His wee creepy smile, you mean?
Yeah. Did any of you notice like the plastic wrap? Like, was I seeing things like
Yeah, the reflection in the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reflection in the window. You could kind of see
yeah.
plastic wrap. Yeah. At first, I was like, because it was actually it was on Jennifer Carpenter's Instagram that I noticed it, and she was like, "Oh, look at that down the bottom right," and then I was like, "What am I looking at here?" Like, and then I thought, "Oh, wait a minute. Oh shit, yeah, okay, that's what that is." Yeah, I mean, I think it was always going to be he's back to killing. Oh boy, here I go killing again. Imagine a Dexter show where he didn't. Like,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be very exciting if he was actually a lumberjack. Fuck that.
Just sitting
Do you think his
chopping
sister-
wood all day.
Do you think his sister will come back as a ghost?
I think she'll be his new Harry, his new dark passenger. Hopefully,
Yeah.
because she was like one of my favorite parts of Dexter. So I'd like to think so. But
Yeah.
Especially if she's been on her Facebook and stuff like that.
yeah, I don't know. She's quite private these days. I don't think she has acted in many things recently, but if she was offered to come back for Dexter, and why wouldn't they offer it? I think she would be silly to say no to that. So
Yeah.
I think she will be back. Yeah, I'm hoping it's not just for like one wee flashback or something like that, but
Yeah, something decent.
soon find out.
Cool. There was a couple of movie trailers that came out. There was a new Pixar one that came out. Ben, you seen that? Luca?
No, I actually didn't hear anything about this.
No, I missed that one.
So it's basically...
Act it out for us, Tom.
Okay, ready? Scene. It's basically set like an Italian city, but it's two guys that are mermen.
Merriman. Merman.
That when they come to the surface or like leave the water, they just look like kids. So it's like if they get hit by water, they become mermen
Oh,
again.
right, okay.
So it's that kind of concept, like literally fish out of water, Little Mermaid sort of retelling, basically. A lot of people are criticising Pixar because it doesn't look like a Pixar movie. It kind of looks like a DreamWorks one, and you're like, but they're both digital. What do you mean it looks like a DreamWorks? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, just the style they decided to go for,
Yeah. Looks okay. Again, it's Pixar. They've not done like a bad one in a while. At least it's not like a sequel. That's what I'm thinking.
Is it a good dinosaur theirs?
Disney Pixar, yeah.
Yeah, Good Dinosaur wasn't very good. I think that
It was an okay dinosaur.
Mediocre dinosaur, yeah.
that was pretty boring, to be honest.
Aye.
The boring dinosaur.
Aye, but how long ago was that?
2017, I want to say.
That was not 2017.
Tom, I can't remember, right? 2015.
See? That's not
So he
2017.
was right, it wasn't in 2017.
It wasn't like super far away though.
It was not.
2 years. That's it.
Hamish, we were talking about, I was talking about on the solo podcast there about the Mortal Kombat trailer that they did, the 7-minute version of it.
Yeah, the start of it, yeah.
Yeah, so it does look like it is coming out to cinemas soon. So I was so tempted just to go, fuck it, I'll just watch it. So I can talk about it on the pod. But I'm like, do you know what? If I get a chance to watch it in the cinema, I might just hold out and just watch it. Is there any interest from you guys to watch it before it coming out in the cinema?
See, I didn't realise it was possibly going to be coming out in the cinema. That might be a good one to watch on the big screen. So I don't know. It's one that I would watch at home, but I'm also not in a mad rush to watch it. It's Mortal Kombat. I've got a pretty rough idea what's going to happen in it already anyway, you know what I mean? Because it's fucking Mortal Kombat. So it's not like I'm desperate to watch it. So I may actually hold off for the cinema.
It's got a lot of good dialogue and,
That's what it's all about, isn't it?
tonal shifts. The tonal shifts between scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the blood or the guts or the
Glory.
crazy kung fu. Yeah. No, I want to see it in the cinema as well because, I can't wait to get back to the cinema.
Oh.
I fucking love a cinema day. So I'm going to see my big scaly boy again and
Your wee brother, big brother.
He's my big scaly boy and my brother fighting it out. I want to see that in the cinema. That'll be amazing in the cinema. So Mortal Kombat will be pretty cool as well. But I'm not holding out too much hope for it because it's a Mortal Kombat film. But It'll waste a day in the cinema.
Yeah.
Don't say waste a day.
Mate, I love wasting days in the cinema. Get your popcorn, you get your juice.
Comfy seat.
You can ignore everyone around you.
Yeah, that does sound like paradise for you, to be fair.
What'd you say, mate? No.
Oh.
He was going to. I seen his mouth move to say, like, again.
I smiled, mate. I just smiled because I know your tricks. I've known you for way too long.
Right, guys, unless we've got anything else that is of interest, like any games, movies, or... Hugh, you look like you got something to say, do you?
And that's totally unspoken of bit before. Call it Activision Blizzard are making a lot of their studios now work on Warzone and Call of Duty kind of content, and that includes such studios as Hyman Studios, Beanox, Toys for Bob, Demonware. Like, Toys for Bob is especially kind of weird because they've had a couple of really successful hits lately with Crash 4 and the Crash remaster, remake.
Did they do Team Racing as well?
I think so.
Yeah.
I need to look that up. But it's weird that they would go...
Can't be asking him these questions, Tom. He doesn't prepare enough to know these things off the cuff.
I don't want to say yes. I'm always scared to say yeah in case someone goes, he's a fucking liar.
He reads headlines and that's it, mate. Any more information, like, you'll just need to look up yourself.
That's all I need to know, Hamish. That's all I need to know. But it's kind of sad. It's always the way it goes, isn't it? Like, the nuance in these big giant games companies is gone. They just want... It's like Sony just remaking Last of Us again. They don't want to take the risk on something they don't know. They just want to fucking...
Well, the
make all the money.
Last of Us 3 has been written.
Yeah, but it's not in development yet.
Yeah.
Are they busy remaking the first one?
But no, I mean...
no one asked for.
It's just, like we were saying with CD Projekt Red, they want to make money, and Warzone, Call of Duty, stuff like that's their cash cow, so I'm not surprised at all. Like, I'm not glad that they're doing it, but I can see why they have decided to put more resources into what makes them the most money, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you think about the developer for Days Gone saying that if you like a game, you should pay for it at full fucking price?
Did you say that?
Yep.
I mean, it depends. Like, sometimes you don't, you don't know about a game when it's newly released, and when you find it, it's already cheaper. Like, what are you meant to do then? Like,
that's a stupid fucking statement. Sorry, that's one of the most ridiculous statements I've ever heard in my life.
I think it was an emotional statement. I think what he was like, his frustration is with Sony, not the fans, if you know what I mean. Like, because I think Sony released Days Gone. They released like codes of Days Gone before it was finished, so it was dead buggy. So the reviews came out, and the reviews were like, "Oh, it's a very buggy game. It's mediocre." Turns out it's actually got a pretty rabid fan base. I didn't realise this. Days Gone.
A rabid fan base. How do they even hold the controllers?
With their ears, silly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they don't hold them. The controls on the ground, and then the ears press the buttons.
Oh.
But like, Ben Studios is now meant to be doing something else. I think it's an Uncharted game, or the Uncharted game got cancelled actually, and they're doing something else. But
more Last of Us.
I think his frustration, maybe actually, his frustration is with Sony going in this direction of just doing things that like blockbuster games and not trying anything new. But it's a pretty fucking stupid statement in it. Like, a lot of the games, like, how are you going to know you like a game before like you play it?
Yeah.
So like, you can't say I didn't know if I would like Horizon Zero Dawn. Turns into one of my favourite games, but I think I bought that at £20. Like, because I was like, I didn't want to take the risk on it when it was full price.
Yeah, because like when you unless you know the developers or like that company of the franchise, you're not going to be wanting to spend that much money on a game day one. Because what we've noticed more and more nowadays is that if you if you buy the game day one, you're an idiot, because a year later it will have DLC and all this Ultimate Edition that's down at £20 less than what you paid for. So you're getting less for more money. It's like ridiculous.
It's like the whole Final Fantasy 15 thing. You remember when the Royale, or not the Royale, it's Persona, the Royal Edition came out, and it had all the DLC and stuff like that. But like, if you wanted to buy that DLC to add it to your base game, it was more than what the Royal Edition cost.
Yeah, it's
ridiculous, man.
It was just like, it's so dumb.
But it is a stupid statement. It's like saying, like, oh, if you like a movie, don't buy it. Just rent it at full price every time you want to watch it. Like, just keep paying for it. Like, pay more than you need to.
Yeah.
It's like Final Fantasy 15 again. Like, no one liked Chapter 13 of that game, so they went away and remade it, made it different, like a year into the game's life. So like, if you bought that game day one, completed it in like a month, you're now missing a whole load of content you have to go back and play.
Yeah.
Like, there's no point until you know a game is definitive. And even then, half the time it's not. Look at The Witcher 3. How many times is that re-released? With patches and stuff like that. And now it's got a PS5 version coming.
Yeah, as many times as Skyrim or Resident Evil 4. It's like...
Yes.
But yeah, like, it's... I know, again, as you said, it is frustrating. It must be frustrating to have that happen to you because, like, you spend all that time and effort into a game and then to have it basically go, it's not that good. You know, from the majority of critics, you know, most of the time that they don't give a shit anyway. They get so many games, they just stick it in easy mode and go, it doesn't feel as good. But they're trying to reach a quota themselves. But
I mean, he also doesn't know people's circumstances. Like, we're all fairly lucky. You know, we all make enough money that we can, if we want to, if we're really looking forward to a game, we can buy it day one. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people just don't have that much money to spare on what is, you know, just entertainment or a hobby. So some people need to wait until there's sales and specials, and that's why they have things like free play days, so you can see if you want to try a game. You know what I mean? That's why you have fucking demos, so you can see if you want to play a game before spending any money on it. It's a stupid statement. Yeah,
it's stupid. I honestly just think it is he's mad at Sony, and it's coming off as mad at the fans, because you can't be mad at the fans. It's not their fault.
The people that give you a job, basically, and support you.
Yeah.
But he's left anyway. He left Ben Studios.
Maybe that's the reason why he was just so frustrated with the industry at the moment. I mean, again, as
frustrated with Sony.
Aye, well, I mean, it's like, as we even said earlier, if you see other game companies, like, they're rewarding basically people getting misled, and these people that were doing that, like the higher ups of the board, they're all getting bonuses, and you're stuck with, like, you know, not getting anything for all your hard work. Like, I mean, of course you might be a bit jaded and say things like that, but yeah, I think the last game that I bought day one was probably a pre-ordered DMC5, and that was it. I'm really trying to...
Final Fantasy 7 remake.
Was that out? No, actually, sorry, you're right. That was out after it. Final Fantasy 7 remake, yeah.
That's the last game I bought day one.
And I bought that game, but I didn't buy that game just because I really wanted it. I bought it right after I played the demo, because I was like, I need to know how this feels before I put 60 quid, 70 quid down on this game. And you know what? Right away, I was like, nah, it's got my money. I know exactly how this game's going to play.
That pretty boy came on the screen with his big giant sword, and you were like, that's it. That's the game I'm playing.
Where is Tifa? Give me Tifa.
don't in the game, I was just like, where'd Tifa go?
Aye, Tifa, where are you? Beat the shit out of those giant robots with your fists. Have you seen that meme where it's like Cloud has a sword, Barrett has a gun, and then it's Tifa, and it's a guy standing like that. Just with his fist in the air. It's just a skinny guy like that. Like, that's fucking brilliant.
You should play that game.
Nah, I'm good, thanks.
You'd like it, though.
I've got, limited spare time here. I'd rather play good games.
Hamish is just trying to find the perfect game to stream, Hugh. It takes time, though.
No, I've got a plan. It's just that every time that I'm free, you guys are meant to be streaming. I say meant to be because...
I love how you said meant to be.
Because you don't usually show up, Hugh.
Oh, shit. First of all...
Which means you could still do it.
Yeah, if I had any notice, but we message you and ask you, so what time are you streaming here? Is it, 7, 7:30, 8, whatever it might be. And then it gets to like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and it's like, any minute now, I'm sure you'll be on.
Nah, I said I couldn't do it the other day, and you said you might be able to do it, so I just kind of went off and did my thing anyway. And then
I forgot.
Last night, generally, I just generally had no interest in being funny on camera. Like the stress and pressure that I put, like, I'm like, you can't go on and just stare at the camera, like.
Yeah, you can. Look, I'm doing it right now.
Tom, you've got your my porn lights on.
I've got no porn lights on, man. I don't.
That comes later.
Yeah.
That's got his other stream.
You can see these baby blues cut right into your soul.
Dom's doing every single voice in Undertale.
And we can't even be bothered to stream it in the first place.
Do you know what it is like? the Undertale's actually quite a good game because you don't have to listen to fucking
Dom.
voices, or there's no cutscenes, and like I played fucking Yakuza where you've got to sit and listen for 45 minutes while they fucking talk back and forth, and you're like, what's going on? I don't know. Like Dom comes in with his fucking no fucking dialogue games and just does whatever he wants.
Aye, perfect. I can just tell stories. I can make Dr. Alpha sound like Tommy Wiseau and Christopher Walken. I could have Hulk Hogan. I mean, I would say this, like, you know, like, it's fun just to do stuff like that and play a game that, you know, it's funny enough that anytime I read a sentence, I have to read it like 2 or 3 times because I'm fucking illiterate sometimes. I'm like,
but I'm just finding it funny how you can do so many voices, and I can do one, and it's this one.
No, you could do Mickey Mouse.
Wait, if we go back to some of the earlier episodes, I used to get you to do voices all the time.
Yeah.
And some of them were okay.
They all sounded the same.
Yeah, but as long as I picked a very narrow category of people, then they sounded perfect.
One of my favourite ones is when you ask Jason to do like a Scooby-Doo impression. And you just fucking, oh God, Scoob. fucking, oh God, Scoob. And I'm like, that's fucking funny. That's fucking gold. Get out of t-shirt.
It's not Scooby-Doo.
It's not Scoob. So before we go, guys, we do have a question from one of our patrons.
Oh, nice. Which one?
From I.
The only one.
From I. Mabel, it's, what is your favourite Kirby game?
Dreamland, obviously. Gotta
Oh, good question.
Dreamland is a lot of fun.
It's just classic. It's just the epitome of a Kirby game.
Right. I got Dreamland when it first came out. Right. I remember it. I just sold it as well. I rebought it and sold it again. But like, that is a really good game. But the second one is a lot better. Now, hardly anybody played the second one.
There wouldn't be a second one if it wasn't for the first one, Hugh. So
yeah, but the first one's good, and that's why I got a sequel. But the second one is better.
Mm-hmm.
So what, did the second one get a sequel?
Hamish, there's a hamster. Yeah, of course it did. What do you think all the other games are?
Did the one after that get a sequel?
Yes.
Hamish,
What about the one after that?
Hamish, fucking stop. Hugh, there was
Epic Yarn. Epic Yarn's really good as well.
Yeah. There was, what was the you were about to say there about Dreamland 2? There was a ham?
There's a hamster in it, and you get to ride him.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
It's so fun. Yeah, Kirby games are fucking great. Do you know what I hate about Kirby?
What do you hate about
Smash
Kirby?
Brothers.
You hate
And how Dom always goes him.
Hey man,
It's
Kirby's
Ross.
a boss.
Ross always goes Kirby.
Oh, is it Ross?
Ross always goes dumb. But aye, it's mine's is Dreamland 2, Mabel.
Yeah. Mine's
Man,
is
you just copied mine and put a 2 on it. That's bullshit.
Do
mine's,
you know what's really good as well? Sorry, Dom. You continue. I'll tell you after yours.
mine's is Kirby Dream Course. The golf
Why
game.
you just changed one of my words? My God.
Oh, no,
Get
have you
some
played
original material, guys?
Have you played Dream
No.
Course?
No,
Do you know
I
why I'm
don't
saying
think I
that
have,
one,
actually.
Hamish? Because it's Sony's stupid Let's Play guys play it.
No, have you actually played it?
No, I haven't.
It's a lot of fun. It's on the Super Nintendo, and it was on. See if you've got the Nintendo. What's that? This Nintendo Online, whatever it's called. It's on for free on the SNES emulator.
Oh, nice.
Aye.
So because again, I was like, I remember playing that when I was younger, and was like, oh, this is just golf. This is boring. But I was always playing that by myself. I didn't have like friends when I was younger.
Well, you don't know either, so.
That's true.
He didn't need friends. He's got a million brothers.
I've got hundreds of brothers who would just like, you know, they would rather play like F-Zero X or Street Fighter. You know, I was like, no, I want to play Kirby Golf.
F-Zero X is a fucking legend of a game.
Yeah. But aye, like
You could get me started on N64.
Oh shit, don't get me started.
The N64 Kirby game, now that's a fucking peach of a game as well. Kirby and the something shards.
Shads.
So, aye,
Shads.
that one. Kirby 64. There we go.
Has there been that many? Well,
What other Kirby games? I've never played the 3DS ones, but there's one where you get to go to the wee robot in a school. Why are you fucking laughing at me?
It was Hamish just saying, wow, like there's been that many for the Kirby 64 comment.
Okay. I just ignore that now.
yeah, it just filters through you now.
Cool.
Thank you very much for the question, Mabel.
Yeah, thank you. We always like hearing.
Hamish picked up your normie answer.
And then you followed me and just put a 2 on it, mate.
No, because the second one's actually like fucking rare.
Yeah, we've heard
Rare.
your argument already, Hugh. I think no one cares anymore.
Akia.
Do you though?
Like we've got to stop arguing on the podcast about nothing.
No, we don't.
No, we don't. We got to...
Is this done yet? Is this finished? I want to go be mad in the other room.
I want to go yell at a wall.
Stupid Hamish.
Sinead's like, what? Who are you talking to?
Why are you calling the wall Hamish?
No, you're a butthead. Got him.
You're just like yelling at the wall because there's no comeback from it. So we've got a few more questions in from the one person there. Malakian90. I'm sure, hopefully I'm not butchering that, Hugh.
I don't think you are.
He doesn't know.
So we got
yes, Dan.
We've got a few questions from this Instagram user. So first one, loot boxes, yay or nay?
Yeah.
Fuck off, you're so evil, Hamish.
No, just as long as as long as it doesn't like completely change the game so that it's pay to win, then there's nothing wrong with them.
Hugh, yay or nay?
I'm a nay, but I think I might have spent the most on loot boxes out of all of us.
So you've got experience with this question.
Yeah, like, was it? Obviously, I played Ultimate Team for a while on FIFA. Until I realised that shit doesn't carry over until the next year, and I was like, "Oh, this is awful."
Yeah.
And I played that Dragon Ball game on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
The gacha game.
Yeah.
What's that called again? Dokkan Battle.
Dokkan. Yeah.
Yeah, like I think I probably put 4 figures into that game.
Oof.
Like I know,
rough,
I know.
man.
£4 whole pounds, Hugh.
No, I'm including after the decimal place.
£10 00.
That was over like 3 years or something though. So
that makes it okay then.
I'm very much on the fence of nay for it, unless it's a free.
It's not offensive. You're picking a side, mate.
Yeah. But it says, but I'm like nay, unless it's a free game. So if the game is free and you want to do loot boxes, then fair enough. But at the same time, no, if it's in a premium rate game. So if you're trying to make money, you can. I would say whatever, and none of this cosmetic bullshit. But if you're wanting to make money, go ahead. But at the same time, don't put it in games that you've already paid for.
Dom, I'll just remind you that Hamish was the one that argued with me when Battlefield 2 came out, or Battlefront 2, that was fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
You were so fucking wrong, man. Yeah. Like you weren't just a wee bit wrong. You were the most wrong, and then you were just like, well, I'm in this position now. Heels digging in, like just would not let go.
Never.
Then they had to change the whole game.
Yeah,
mostly because I was correct.
Yeah, actually, that was down to you. That was you tweeting again, wasn't it? Angry tweets, getting things changed.
Angry tweets, mate. I don't even play the game, and I angry tweeted them. How fucking dare you?
I can just imagine you writing that. How fucking dare you that you had it, sitting with the phone down like, yeah, I did that.
I have done my piece. I'm like every single activist on Twitter. Hashtag cancel EA. Like, that's it. I've done my bit.
Hugh, you don't live in a basement butt.
A basement butt?
But you don't live in a basement butt. You said you're like every single activist.
Oh, that's true. I could have. I would have. I could.
Basement butt.
Nah, fuck loot boxes, man. They also do that thing where, like, see things that you used to just unlock in games, like extras, and wee cool cheats that you used to get.
Mm-hmm.
They just now put that behind like loot boxes and shit.
Yeah, paywalls, mate. Paywalls, and they shouldn't be doing that. That's why I'm again to say I'm on the fence on certain aspects of it, but then if it's free, then sure. But if it's not, then go fuck yourself.
And so Hamish is the loser on this one too.
Of course he is.
It's not. You can't be a loser.
Yes, you can.
Next question. Best retro console.
I'm expecting Hugh to be like, oh well, you see, I'm the next gen king, so I would say it's an Xbox One X. That's retro to me because I'm the next gen king.
Look at that! Look how heavy my wallet. Think how heavy my wallet is. Oh, well, that's extra money that I've made.
The jealousy is absolutely reeking out of you, son.
I've got a Series X, mate.
Hi, how did you get it?
I bought it.
From who?
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, I would probably say, Tom, the Sega Mega Drive would be my favourite. Just loads of good memories. Lots of really awesome games, and just it was obviously SNES as well was pretty amazing. But I don't know, just some of the games that were out for the Sega Mega Drive. I just remember me and my brother playing, and just when I think retro, that's what I think of.
Yeah.
Right. This might shock you, but I think it's the Sony PlayStation. It's just got too many games, man. It's got banger after banger, Hamish. Tekken 2, Tekken 3,
Banger.
Final Fantasy 7,
Banger.
Final Fantasy 8,
Banger.
Final Fantasy 9.
Okay, you've said 5 games, but you've only picked 2 franchises, and then you just adding a number 1. I don't think you can actually think of a lot of games for this.
It's like this
Am I
copy
wrong?
question all over again.
Am I wrong, though?
Yeah, we're wrong about the Final Fantasy ones, yeah.
Oh, Chip. Crash 1, Crash 2,
Crash Team Racing.
3, Crash Team Racing, Spyro 1, Spyro 2. I think you get it.
I don't.
Nah, I think I need another example.
Just give me a second.
Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur 1.
What would you say, Dom?
Abe's Odyssey.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if it's coming through retro like that, with because like you have to count that as retro now. I would say I would maybe go for the Dreamcast.
Oh yeah,
like
I love the
No
Dreamcast.
one's favourite console.
it's no one's favourite console, but it had Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. It played DVDs and it had House of the Dead.
No, it didn't.
Oh wait, no, it didn't. It was not. No. You could play. You
Play
could
VCDs.
You play VCDs, but you could put movies onto the disc, and it didn't have any piracy software, so you could technically watch movies on it.
When next time you come up here, I'll show you what I did with my Dreamcast. I actually removed the really shitty, noisy disc drive. You ever heard of Dreamcast when it's on? It's like a motorbike.
Yeah,
We both had Dreamcast, so I think we have heard.
But like it's like.
Hugh,
Do not clip that and anything else.
Hugh, you need to like cough. You'll be all right if you just cough.
People don't want to
You take
hear
that
that.
out. You take that out, and then you've got like I've got like a wee thing for SD cards. So I just filled it up with all the Dreamcast games, and now it plays that. It's really good. I'll show you when you come up at one point.
Awesome.
So we could play all the Dreamcast games. All good Dreamcast games. All 3 good Dreamcast games.
There's
Choo Choo Rocket.
Choo Choo Rocket's a great
Man,
game.
what a game that was!
There's like
Everyone's like,
no.
If you were into them, I suppose.
Sorry.
Shenmue's alright.
Shenmue,
Shenmue was a precursor to Yakuza, wasn't it? So
Yeah,
That's why I said if you're into those games, Hugh.
do you know what's really going on? And I don't know if you've been into this, Hamish, but like, see 2D fighters? See, like, the Capcom games, like Street Fighter 3, some of the Marvel vs. Capcom stuff, like, they all came out of Dreamcast. The Dreamcast was an arcade console. It was built off of arcade technology.
Crazy Taxi.
Yeah, man.
Jet Set Radio.
Oh, of
Hamish
course.
loved Crazy Taxi so much, he actually took that as his driving style in real life.
Fucking hell.
Used to go around fast, mate.
Power Stone. Did you play that, Hugh?
Yes, Power Stone. I actually have that for the PSP as well.
Fucking great.
It's like a 3D arena fighter. Before that was cool. And we should play that. We should really play that on stream. That is a fun party game.
Yeah. Sega Rally Championship. Daytona. Yeah.
That's Daytona. Mate.
No, but Daytona was. No, that was 2 separate games, Hugh.
I know. Daytona was excellent. Did you just play that in the arcades?
Yeah.
That was really good. But Sega Rally was more of a Sega Saturn game for me.
Oh, fucking love it. But yeah, like, I would say.
I was a kid that got a Saturn.
Oh, and then you're like, I want a PlayStation now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. And last question. I think this is for you, Hugh. When are you streaming Alien Isolation?
When someone gives me money for it, because I don't want to play that. I'm
not
scared
a
of
Game
aliens. Yeah, I think it is. Do you know what? I will play that game, right? And do you know what I might do as well? I might hook up the Kinect.
So it can hear you shit yourself.
Aye, I'll fight the alien, Hamish. I'll lose.
Yeah, I don't think you're meant to fight it in the game. You're not Ripley.
No.
That's not going
you
to
know
end well for you.
I should probably face my fears, shouldn't I?
I mean, I'll be honest, Hugh. I can see you playing it for like 30 minutes max, and then just being like, there's a problem with the Elgato. I can't stream anymore, guys. And you go.
Bye. So thank you very much for the questions there, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, guys, that's the end of the podcast. What are you going to be up to this week, Hugh?
This week, I actually don't have a lot of time. I've got 2 job interviews.
Oh.
So
Good
I've
luck
got to
for
do
them.
a lot of studying for those. But in between those times, I do actually want to stream. I just have to. Do you know what? I might just stick a poll of like 5 games on the Instagram.
Yeah.
And see what people want, and just go with it.
Yeah.
You know, like pick 5 games I've always wanted to play, stick them in a poll.
Yeah.
See what people say. Then I bet you I'll have like 1 vote on each one. Or something like that.
Well, just make like a contingency, you know, like one person gets the final say if there's a tie or something like that.
Yeah.
Right. I'll write some better rules than Dom's stupid poll.
Hey man, do you know what?
Just tell people them.
Yeah, tell people them. Just don't imaginally just like come up with them in your head. But I mean, it worked for me. I won, so.
No, you didn't.
It's called I Win, Hugh. I win.
I win. I win.
Hamish,
Other than that, no, Dom.
Hamish, Hamish, you up to anything this week?
I mean, I suppose I should probably say that I'm going to try and stream as well, shouldn't I?
Yeah, just maybe.
I do actually have a few days off after, like, I'm working the next few and then I've got a few off. So if that works out nicely, I have got a game picked out.
Ooh.
Something to, well, see, I decided this when you were doing your wee pacifist run and I was like, nah, and can I be having this? So I've picked like the complete opposite kind of game of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to keep it as a wee surprise for you. But I'll do some of that, and I'm kind of. I'm definitely going to be watching Invincible, more of that.
Okay.
So if you really want to talk about the finale next week, Hugh, I should be caught up.
It'll give us some.
100%.
I think it'll give us some time just to sit on what happened in that as well. So we could be okay.
I might rewatch it as well.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
That good? Yeah.
Aye.
Mate, it's the best one I've seen in a long time. It's what I thought the Marvel shows would have been.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that we haven't really spoke about them at all.
No.
I've still not even seen any more of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I might actually try and finish that off. I think you said you might as well, Dom, on your solo podcast. Have you seen it? Yeah.
I've seen I've not seen the finale, but I got spoiled on the finale, so I was like, "Fuck!"
Yeah.
So I mean,
The Bland and the Beige Soldier.
the bland and the beige soldier.
Yeah, I may watch that as well. Just kind of depends what time I've got in it. But
Yeah.
what about you, Dom? What are you up to this week?
So I'll be away for a day or so. Going into me and Andrew are heading through to see our mum. So that's a long drive up towards Oban. So it'll be
All right, okay.
yeah. So we'll do. I'm going to do that on Sunday, and then streaming Monday and Wednesday. I think I'll let everyone know. Like Monday might be a bit tough for me to do it. So if that's the case, Hugh, Hamish, you might want to jump in on that day if you're free. Probably.
Yeah, I might be able to. I think I finish at 6:30 because it's a bank holiday. So
Yeah. So,
finish a wee bit earlier, so I might be able to do that. Yeah.
cool. So if that's the case, but I'll be doing that, and I'm going to try start a few. Or do you know what? I might actually grab Pokemon Snap and play that, because you know it's been, I don't know, nearly 17, 18 years since the first Pokemon Snap game.
Yeah. I was. I actually kind of forgot that came out, but just sorry to interrupt, Dom, but I was telling Sinead about that. And I was like, oh, they're making a new Pokemon Snap, and she wasn't there for the first one. She never played that, and see, just trying to sell that as a game. I was like, oh, so you're on like a wee track, and then you look around and there's Pokemon, and you take pictures of them, and she's just kind of looking at me, and I'm like, but then you can go to night and you'll see different Pokemon doing different things, and she's just kind of like, okay.
What's wrong with her, Hamish? Because you just sold it to me.
That's what I mean. No, we were there. We know how good the original was. So
Yeah.
We were there, man.
So guys, that wraps up the podcast for this week. That's a goodbye from Hamish.
bye, everyone. Thank you for listening.
That's a goodbye from Hugh.
Goodbye, everyone. I thank you even more for listening.
Shut up. No, that's again.
And that's a goodbye from me, Dom. Enjoy the rest of the week, guys, and stay safe.
What's up, Hamish?
Just someone screaming.
Oh, you let one of the prisoners out again?
You're going to have to let them out the cupboard at one point, Hamish.
I get the chloroform back out that you weren't meant to wake up yet.
I'll put that at the end.